Hello, welcome to Sarah's Stitchery. My name is Sarah, this is Daisy, and this is my Flosstube channel where I talk all about my cross-stitch journey, so welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I very much appreciate those of you who continue to watch me and continue to support me, so thank you. That means a lot to me. And if you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see today, and I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel and liking my video and making a comment below. So thank you. All right, I've got my little girl Daisy here today. If you're new here, Daisy is my Chiweenie dog. She's wearing her new Valentine's sweater today. And she wanted everybody to see how pretty she looked in her sweater. Might be a little warm for the sweater today, though. I might have to take it off of her here in a minute, but we wanted to show off her new sweater and say hi to everybody. So, hi. She's a little tired. I just took her for a walk, and so she's probably ready to take a little nap. So I'm going to put her down really quick, and then I have something else I want to show you. One moment, please. Here you go. Here you go. Come here. I am back, and you might notice this is a different dog. This little girl here is Lily. Say hi, Lily. Oh, you can say hi to me too, but say hi to the people. Hi, people. So Lily is the newest addition to our family. In fact, she just joined our family this past Wednesday. So today's Sunday. So I've only had her for like 4 days. So like I said, Lily's the newest member of our family. She has joined us. She came, so she's a rescue. She's some type of Chihuahua, like long-haired Chihuahua mixed with something. But she was rescued from a home. She lived with an older lady. Unfortunately, the older lady was evicted from her home. The conditions were not very sanitary. And little Lily here and another dog were removed from her care because it just wasn't a safe place for them. So we did adopt little Lily, took her to the vet on Friday. She received a clean bill of health from the vet, and she is fitting right into our family. She's the sweetest little thing. Not quite sure how old she is. She could be somewhere between 1 and 3 years old, but she's just the gentlest little soul, and all she wants is love. So you can see she's just really, really sweet and very happy to be receiving love and care. I took her for her first walk today. I don't think she'd ever been like on a leash walk or on a walk at all before, because she just really didn't know how to conduct herself. She was kind of all over the place. She was getting caught up in her leash and in her harness, and she just wasn't sure what was going on. But I think she's all tuckered out now from her long walk. But I wanted to introduce everybody because I am just thrilled that little Lily has joined our family. She's wearing one of Daisy's sweaters. Fortunately, they're the same size, so they can share a wardrobe. In fact, today's the first day I've actually put a clothing item on her, so I was pleased to see that she likes to wear clothes as much as Daisy does. So anyway, I wanted to introduce Lily to all of you so you could say hi, and I'm going to have to put her down though so I can talk about my stitching. You know what? I'll go ahead and start with my personal update. I'll hold her for just another minute, and then I'll put her down. She's just so cuddly. But so Lily was a big personal update. That was the biggest thing that happened this week. Also, yesterday I had a Stitchy day with some of my local Stitchy friends. I got together with my friend Allison. She's AllieCat13 on Instagram. And my friend Karen. I did not ask Karen if I could share her Instagram, so I won't share that today. But I got together with those two ladies yesterday for a Stitchy day. Allison and Karen had birthdays last week, so it was kind of like a belated birthday celebration for the ladies. We got together, they came to my house, we went out to lunch, and we came back and we just stitched all afternoon and hung out with the puppy girls here, and it was really, really fun. So you know, if you ever have the chance to get together with any local stitching friends, it's definitely worth making the time for. I know it's hard when we all have busy lives, but it was really a good time. So thank you, Allison and Karen, for coming over and spending your day with me. They brought me little gifts that I don't have with me, unfortunately. Allison always makes these beautiful like coasters out of quilting fabric, and she brought some little party favors, and Karen brought some candy and some hearts that she hand painted. So they're already in my Valentine's display. So thank you, ladies. That was really nice of you. All right, so we're going to get right into it. It's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video today. Because this little girl likes to have a lot of my attention. You know, being new here, she's just kind of real clingy right now. And B, I just haven't stitched as much lately. This week was a very busy week for me. Obviously, getting a new dog has required a lot of my attention. And I'm a teacher, and we had parent-teacher conferences on Thursday, so I was gone all day and all evening long. So it's just been a busy, busy week. But I did want to pop on here. I didn't want to let another week go by. I try to do every other week, you know, so 2 weeks in between videos. So I wanted to hop on here today, of course, to introduce Miss Lily and just to show you what I've been up to. So let's get started. I'm going to try to put her down. She's not going to like it. There you go, baby. There you go. Okay. All right, let's get started. So I only have one finished, no FFOs, no fully finished objects, but I have one finished object. And this was something I had started, I believe, last February. Let me show it to you first. There you go. It is called Love to Stitch Squared. And it's designed by my friend Allison of AZ Family Zoo. That's what her shop name is on Instagram. You can on Etsy. And you can also find her on Instagram at AZ Family Zoo. Allison has this squared series, and she has like different holiday ones. I know she has like an Easter, a Halloween, a Christmas. She's got a dog themed one. And I just think these are really fun to stitch up. They're very quick and easy. She has this one charted in Valentine colors. I decided to choose some different colors just because this is something I want to fully finish and just put up in my craft room to have all year round. So I didn't want it to be like Valentine specific. So I just grabbed a mottled blue scrap of fabric. I don't know what fabric it is. I do think it's a 32 because I used 2 strands of DMC. So I just picked some random DMCs in my stash that I thought looked good together, and voila, I stitched this up in a day. So not quite sure how I'm going to fully finish it yet. Maybe a pillow or something. I don't know. We'll see. But that's my only finish. And this is actually my 5th finish of 2024, which is awesome. If you have watched me before, you may know that I have a goal to finish 24 projects in 2024. Specifically, 24 projects that were WIPs prior to 2024. So I think I can get more finishes done than that. I think last year I had 38. So I don't think hitting 24 is going to be a problem. It's just that I want to get 24 previous, WIPs prior to 2024. So this is number 5 towards my 24 goal. So that's not too bad. I figured, if I can get 6 done a quarter, then I'll be right on track. So I'm already 5 in. So I've just got to do 1 more for this quarter, and I should be good to go towards my progress on that goal. So yay. All right, let's go ahead and jump into WIPs. I don't have a lot of WIPs. I have been focusing a lot of my attention on one WIP in particular, which I'll show last. But I have just been kind of stitching on a few things that have really been calling to me. A couple were new starts on January 31st. So let's just dive right in. I'll show you what I've got. Okay, so this first one I started last month, January 13th, when I was at Stitch Away, at the Stitch Away retreat. And this was the retreat exclusive from Summer House Stitchworks. And I've shown it on here before. It's called My Blue Heaven. It is gorgeous. Seeing the model in person, it was amazing. Beth Seal is the designer, so just hearing her story behind this, her inspiration, I just had to stitch it right away. And so I did start it while I was at Stitch Away. I also wanted to say this piece is available to the general public only through Keepsakes though. So you have to go to Keepsakes and order this. You could just go to their Instagram, and I know their website is linked in their bio, so you could go find them that way. So Keepsakes happens to be my local needlework shop, and so yeah, if you want this, give them a call or order it online, and you can have it as well. So at the retreat, we were given the chart, and we were given all of the Weeks Dye Works flosses that are called for in the chart. The only thing that we weren't given is fabric, you know, because everybody has their own fabric preference. So I did purchase some fabric while I was there at Stitch Away. It calls for 40 count cream and sugar by Fiber on a Whim. I purchased Weathered Stone, 40 count Weathered Stone by Atomic Ranch, and I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect. You can see there's just this, it's, you know, it's like a very neutral color. There's the slightest bit of like grayish modeling in there, just the littlest bit, but here's what I've got so far. I love it. So today I was working on outlining that house and the windows down there. I'm trying to maintain a good balance of border and then the stuff on the inside. I don't want to save all the border for the end because that would be not as much fun. So I'm just trying to go back and forth between the border and the house and then all the things in the middle there. So that's my progress. I think it is gorgeous. I'm loving this. This is not a huge stitch. I believe it is, let's see, it's 175 by 175 stitch count. So not so bad. I mean, it's obviously not a small, but it's not as big as some. So that's my progress on that. I want to keep working on that and just kind of plugging away at it because it's so pretty. I love it. Okay. What else have I been working on? So this was a start for me on January 31st. I showed this in my last video. I think, I can't remember if I had started it or not in my last video. I don't remember. Anyway, so this is by the Scarlett house. It's called Smith Sampler. And the copyright is 2017, so it's been out for a few years, but is absolutely gorgeous. I am stitching this with my friend Sarah W. Her Flosstube is handmade by Sarah W. Hopefully you're already watching her. If you're not, go check her out. But she had told me that she was going to stitch this with her friend Diane because Diane chose it for her birthday start. Her birthday was January 31st. And so Sarah was telling me about it. I'm like, can I join you and Diane? She said, yes, of course. So Sarah did a color conversion to Roxy Flossco colors. And of course, I wanted to copy that as well. So I asked her for her floss conversion, and she gave that to me. Because it is Sarah's floss conversion, I will not be sharing that. But if you want the conversion, I know she's happy to give it to anybody. So just go contact her. You can message her on Instagram or, you know, leave a comment on her video. Might be better to message her on Instagram and ask her for that conversion. I know she'd be happy to share that. So let me show you the floss first of all. She picked out some really, really pretty colors. I love this purple. I was a little surprised by the purple in there, but I love it. I think it adds a cool pop of color in there. And that pink and that like rusty red color. So that's her floss conversion. And I'm stitching mine on 40 count Dirt Track by Fox and Rabbit. And that's where I'm at so far. So not a huge start. I haven't had a lot of time to devote to this one, but I'm thinking Sarah's color conversion is looking fantastic so far on this fabric. So I would like to be able to give this one some more love here in the near future too. But on this dirt track, I mean, my goodness gracious. If you've never stitched on Fox and Rabbit before, their fabric and Xtrude Design are my two favorite fabrics. And this dirt track is amazing. So go get a piece if you haven't stitched on it before. Okay, my next whip is, I also started this on January 31st. I started it as part of Carrie Tiger Lily's birthday sal, and you've probably seen it. It's all over Flosstube. It's all over Instagram. So you're probably like, yep, we've seen it. It is Anne Richardson, age 9, from My Sister's Samplers. It is so pretty. And I am stitching mine on 40 count Shiloh by Needle and Flax using the Vicki Clayton silk conversion. And it is just so pretty. So you can see I'm still working on the alphabets up top there. So it is going pretty quick. Again, I haven't had much time to focus on this, but when I do get to work on it, I feel like it moves pretty quickly. So I'm looking forward to finishing that alphabet and getting down into the motifs and those flowers. They're so pretty. So that's where I'm at with Anne Richardson. And I have all my Vicki Clayton silks on floss drops here, and they are just so soft and pretty. The floss conversion, there's only 7 colors. So the floss conversion, I believe, was only like $17, which I thought was very reasonable for silks. So if you are interested in that, go check that out. All right, now my final whip, like I said, I didn't have very many whips that I was working on, but my final whip is one that you've seen before. If you've watched me before, you've seen it many times. I've been working on it for quite a while now. It is Let Love Rain by Teresa Kogut. I love this. So I started this a long time ago. I started it as a stitch along with my friend Kirby. We were moving right along, hitting our goals, and then I just fell off the wagon somewhere along the way. So I've really been picking this back up since the end of December, and I've been like going to town because I want to get this done and framed and on my wall. So let me start by showing you the whole thing. There we go. There's an overview of what I've got so far. So I'm stitching this on a 46 count prehistoric by Fox and Rabbit, 1/2. I am using all the called for DMC, except I did switch out 2 colors. I know people have asked me several times about my color swap, so I'll just tell you really quick what those are. I switched out the blue. The blue that's called for is 926. I switched mine to 924. I have a feeling maybe I told somebody wrong. I think in my comments on my last video, I might have said I went from 924 to 926. Other way around. 926 is a little bit lighter blue, and since my fabric is bluish, I wanted that to show up more, so I changed it to the darker 924. And then the green, it's called for Oscar, Weeks Dye Works Oscar, or DMC 732. Again, that green wasn't working for me, so I changed mine to DMC 469. So otherwise, all of my colors are what was called for, all the called for DMCs. And I think it's just gorgeous. I've been putting a lot of work into this. I'm trying to remember what I've added since you saw it last. If I'm not mistaken, I finished these hearts and this tree. I added the flowers and the flower pot and the sheep and the chicken there. I finished up this border here. I came down and I finished up that alphabet, as well as the borders above and below the alphabet. In the alphabet, I changed the colors of the initials of the people in my family, so my husband and my children, and I didn't change it. The change was very subtle. So it's charted in a dark brown color. So I chose the next shade lighter, and I stitched the letters of the people in my family in that shade. So it's not really that noticeable unless you're looking for it. So I came over here, I did the J for my husband Jimmy and my son Jude. I did the K for my daughter Kendall. I did the L for our last name, the M for my daughter Maggie, and then I'm all the way over here, S for Sarah. So I don't even know if you can tell in the video that those letters are a different color, but they are. So I just kind of wanted that to be subtle, like if you know, you know, right? So I think I like that little personalization touch there. I also have been working on bringing this border over, and I also brought the straight border across and all the way up, and I was happy. I got this done I finished this straight border last night, and it met up right here with this border exactly, so I was thrilled about that. Now, I did come in and put a little bit of this border in, and you might be wondering, why didn't you connect that? Well, I actually had this border extended all the way over here, but I've made a mistake somewhere with this border right here. It is off by half of a stitch, and I'm trying to like kind of frog it and go backwards and figure out where that mistake was. So I did frog out all of the border that was right here. I'm gonna need to continue frogging. I'll probably have to frog this flower, and I think my mistake is somewhere right in here. So if I can frog all the way back to here, that would be fine. And then I'll probably bring it back up and over to connect. But I was getting frustrated. I had frogged out quite a bit already, and I was like, I just need a break from that. I need to get away from that. So I decided to start my border over here and start bringing it down. I was going to bring this over and up, but I'm better at stitching from top down than I am bottom up. So that's why I came up here and decided just to start over here and bring it down, and then I'll come back to this later and figure out whatever the heck I did wrong there. So right now, working on border, and I'm saving this chunk in here for last. I'm really excited because there's like, I did one page finish over here. There's 2 more pages of that. So yes, I mean, this piece is huge. It's ginormous, and I've been working on it for quite a while. In fact, I'll tell you the stitch count. The stitch count is 294 by 390. So not a little one by any stretch of the imagination, and I can only imagine how big it would be if I had stitched it on a smaller count. Like I said, I'm stitching this on 46, and it's still huge. So, but I'm loving it. I have primarily this week, that's like the only thing I've stitched on this week. I decided to give myself a little push on it and get some work done on it. My goal is that I would like to get it finished by the end of March. So as you can see, I still have a lot to do. I don't think it's impossible to get it done by the end of March, but I'm going to need to really buckle down and focus on it. And that would even count towards my my 6 finishes for the first quarter of the year. So that would keep me on track for my 24 and 24. Also, I'm starting a new project in April, on April 1st, with my friend Sarah W, Handmade by Sarah W. But I'm not going to tell what that is yet. I'll wait. I'll wait till Sarah wants to tell everybody. And also, I didn't bring my pattern or anything over here, or my floss or anything. So I'll just hold on to that for now. But we have a start planned for the beginning of April, and it's kind of a big start. So I would like to finish that big one before I start another big one. So anyway, that was my finish, my whips. Let's talk about haul. I have a little bit this time. I have some this time. So let me grab it. Oh, okay. So yeah, I think I was feeling in the mood to treat myself a little bit. So let me show you what I've got. So this first one is a project bag that I got from Vintage Owl Lady on Etsy. If you follow her on Instagram, you can see what bags she's making. She literally puts one bag in the shop at a time. Like she'll make a bag and put it in the shop, and like if you see it, you got to snatch it because it's going to be gone. So I was thrilled when I saw this one. This is the Tula Pink Besties fabric. It's got these adorable cats on it. I love the funky colors. I love the hearts up top. It's got a little kitty cat charm. And let's see the fabric inside. Oh yeah, the fabric inside is these like turtles. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the turtle? So I love the funky colors of the Tula Pink fabrics, and their new Besties line is just too cute. I just had to have that. I'm gonna save this for a minute here. I also treated myself. It's been quite a long time since I've gotten one of these. This is a project portfolio. I forget what she calls it. It's a stitch case, excuse me. It's a stitch case from Winding Rainbows, Chris Sherman. And I just love this. So the front has this fun like farm pattern with the chickens and the barn and the sheep. No, those aren't sheep. Those are pigs, excuse me, pigs. It's got a zipper, so you can stick something in here in this front zipper pouch. Here's the back. Beautiful fabrics. And I'm not good with fabric lines. I'm sure it's some kind of fabric line, but I'm ignorant of those things. Some of you are probably like shouting at the TV right now, but that's okay. And the inside, you have these two vinyl pockets. This one has a like felt overlay, so you can put your floss on here. So you've got the zipper pockets, and you also have like the pocket pockets. So lots and lots of storage. You can put a few projects in this one, at least 2. And then she also sent me a little skein of floss and a little flower charm with a little sticker that says thank you. So I love this. I don't often, I always forget about the Winding Rainbows. She has a newsletter. So if you want to know when these are coming out, subscribe to her newsletter. Go to Winding Rainbows on Instagram, and you should be able to find all that information in her bio. But I always miss her sales, and then I'm like, oh, I want another one of those. I love her stitch cases. Next, this one was from my mom, who is the maker of Painted Leaf Co. on Etsy and Instagram. So if you've been watching me for any amount of time, you know that I love me some Painted Leaf Co. Not just because she's my mom, mostly because of that, but also because her bags are amazing. So this is the new Teresa Kogut fabric. I love this bunny with this little top hat here. That is so cute. And she always has really pretty fabrics on the inside too that coordinate. So she's got a little flower charm on there. Very pretty. Gotta find something to put in that. Let me set these aside for a second. And then I also, apparently I was in the mood to buy some project bags. It has been quite a while since I bought some project bags, so I'm not feeling upset about it, but I decided I needed a few. Anyway, I got another Tula Pink Besties fabric bag. This one is from Sheba Designs on Etsy. Got these adorable rabbits with the moons. I love it. And the coordinating fabric at the top and on the inside. Beautiful. And I love this one too. It's got dogs. You see those little white dogs? Oh, they're so cute. And that was before I knew I was going to adopt a little white dog. So again, she's got the coordinating fabric on the inside and on the top there, and her bags are just so pretty. So go check her out, Sheba Designs. Okay, let's see, what else have I got? I also got, this is not haul, this is on loan to me from my friend Holly, which, oh, I have to mention, my friend Holly, you may know her on Instagram as Hobbies of Holly. She has a new Flosstube named Hobbies of Holly, excuse me, that just came out yesterday. So definitely go give her a watch. She loaned this to me, and I've been wanting this. This is an exclusive from Plum Street Sampler, so I can't get it. It came out at some retreat. I forget which one, but it's called American Welcome. And she asked if I would like to borrow it, and I said, yes, please. So I just think it's so pretty. So I'm going to need to kit that up and get it started soon so I can stitch it and get it back to Holly. It doesn't look like it's too terribly big. I mean, it's a lot of stitching for sure. I'm going to open this real quick and see what the stitch count is, just because I'm curious. Let's see. Easier said than done. Maybe it is a little big. There's quite a few pages here. Sorry, I thought I could just quickly look at that. There it is. The stitch count is 173 by 146. So actually it's smaller than the My Blue Heaven that I'm stitching, so not so bad. I also purchased, I have loved this. I've seen some stitchers do this recently. I know Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch was stitching this, and it was out of print, but they recently put it back into print. This is Blackbird Designs Winter Wonderland. I adore this. I think it's beautiful. So there's that. This next one I did not purchase for myself. I purchased for my daughter, who is one of my daughters, who's also a stitcher. Both of my daughters are stitchers, but I purchased this for my oldest daughter. She's having a birthday in April. I don't think she watches me, but even if she does, I already sent this to her on Instagram. I was like, hey, do you like this? So she probably already knows she's getting it. You may have seen this before. It's not new. It's the Tiny Modernist Zodiac Signs Mystery Series. And it comes in 13 different charts. So the end, it'll look like this. My daughter's very much into the Zodiac and, you know, horoscopes and that kind of thing. So I knew she would love this. So I went ahead and got all 13 of the patterns for her so she could stitch that up. I'll need to, I'll kit it up for her as well. I'll get the floss and the fabric and give that to her for her birthday. And I've got one more thing, well, two more things. One more thing that I purchased, because when I purchased this, it can't travel by itself, right? So I also purchased this book called Dwelling Place by Teresa Kogut. It's got that sampler in it, which I think is adorable. That's so pretty. And it's got these smalls at the bottom here, a couple little small pillows, and then a biscornu. So I think this is precious. I don't know when I'll get around to stitching this, but I've seen other Flosstubers stitching it, and I'm like, I need to have that in my stash. So one day, I'm trying to, like I've said in my previous videos, I'm trying to be very, very intentional about not starting a bunch of things and getting more things finished than I'm starting. So that's just going to kind of go to the wayside for now until I get some stuff done. All right. I have one last thing. Part haul, part happy mail from a friend. So I'll preface this by saying that I have decided I'm going to join Tiger Lily, her beanie along. So she started a beanie along to teach people how to knit a beanie. I have never knitted before in my life. I'm going to give it a try. So my friend, I've mentioned her many times already today, Handmade by Sarah W. She is doing it. She's doing the beanie along with her sister and her friend. And when she told me she was starting it, I was like, oh, I would love to learn how to knit, but I just don't have the time for that right now. Like, it's going to have to wait, like maybe one day when I'm on summer break or something. Because like I said, I'm a teacher. Like, I don't have time for that right now. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know, now would be the better time to do it when a bunch of people are learning all at the same time. Carrie does lives. She's answering questions along the way. She's providing tutorial videos. So I'm like, it would be better to learn along with people than by myself, right? So I told my friend Sarah, and she was thrilled that I was going to join. And so she decided that, of course, if I'm going to be knitting, I need a knitting bag. So what did she do? She made me a knitting bag. Isn't that pretty? I love it. She's got her little tag on there, and I just think this is precious. She made me a little strap to go along with it. Isn't that beautiful with the tape measure? Oh, words. Let me show you what's inside. So Sarah helped me get everything ready and together that I would need to get. So she helped me like place my order online for all the things. So one of the things I had to get, of course, was yarn. So I ordered this really pretty yarn. I got it off of Amazon. It's beautiful. It's from Alpaca Warehouse. It's hand dyed. There's the tag if you're interested. And okay, don't judge. It's a mess. It came in a beautiful, you know, skein, and I don't know if that's what you call yarn. A bunch of yarn, is that a skein of yarn? I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing. But in order to be able to knit, I guess you have to put your yarn in a ball. And so I don't have one of those doodad things that winds it all up for you like they have at the shop. So I was trying to watch a video last night on how to hand cake my yarn. It didn't go well. So for now, I hesitate to show this to you. For now, this is the state of my yarn for now. I'm going to try again today. But isn't it pretty? I mean, it's a hot mess right now, but isn't that gorgeous? I love it, and it's so soft. So yeah, if anyone has any handy dandy tips for hand caking your yarn, let me know, because that ain't it, obviously. So along with my bag, in here I put all my things that I needed. So I've got my circular knitting needles. I've got yarn needles. Apparently, obviously, I've not used any of these things yet. I've got my bamboo knitting needles. I've got my little stitch markers. I've got these things that Sarah calls pool noodles. She had ordered a bunch of them and she just gave me some. Not really sure what we use those for yet. I'll find out. She told me, I just don't remember. I also, Sarah and I ordered these. They are Kelmscott sheep scissors. Hold up. Can you even see that's just sheep? There, maybe you can see now. It's a sheep. They're sheep scissors because if you're gonna knit, you have to have sheep scissors, right? And she made me this little scissor holder. So my little sheep scissors fit in there perfectly. And it matches my bag. So cute. And she sent me this adorable card. And, oh, she sent me something else, but I'm not going to show it to you yet because it goes along with the thing we're going to start in April. So anyway, I love it. Thank you, Sarah. It's perfect. So hopefully the next time I film a video, I might have some knitting to show you. We'll see. First things first, I got to get this under control. Look, it kind of matches my sweatshirt. Anyway, yeah, so if anyone has any tips or tricks for hand caking your yarn, let me know, because the video I was watching was not working. It's like you wind it on your fingers and it's supposed to be turning into a ball. Mine was just like a cylinder. I was following the directions. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Try again, right? Because I can't knit until my yarn is in a ball. So that's first things first. So anyway, all right, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm going to stop there for today. I hope that you are all having a great February. Hopefully you have a wonderful Valentine's or Galentine's or whatever you do on that day, or if you don't celebrate, have a wonderful Wednesday. I'm probably going to be hanging out with my doggy girls in their pink sweaters. Maybe my husband will take me out. We'll see. Who knows? Or I'll just get some stitching done. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. I will talk to you all later. Please, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and liking my video. I would truly appreciate that. That would be a wonderful Valentine's gift. All right, bye guys.